enough. I fought worse than you.
Well, if it isn't my second most favorite person, the first should be pretty obvious. Are you sure you want to trust me with that? Okay then.
Welcome. Let me know if you want to.
Yeah?
I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Was there something you wanted? I was kind of hoping you would come back. Wow, you beat Alduin, the World Eater himself. You have become legend, a true hero. People will talk about you for hundreds, if not thousands of years to come. And I did pretty much everything else, so I guess they will also talk of me? Yes. So you have the Wabbajack, huh? Sounds interesting. I'm glad that's sorted. You now have the mighty Dawnbreaker from no less than Meridia herself. Sometimes I amaze myself at how easily we stumble across such treasures. So you chose not to kill the dog. I guess it was the right thing to do, and he didn't seem that upset. You may have lost the axe, but you get a cool enchanted mask in return, so it wasn't a total waste of time. I bet if you told people of our adventure with the talking...
Over here. Dodge.
Careful! You wouldn't want to hurt my pretty face. You'd hit a woman? I hope you don't live to stop. Game of being bitten by a woman. Since it's me, though, they may be a little more forgiving. Please tell me you actually know what you are doing.
Let's see what you've got.
You're as good as dead.
Not even a scratch.
Why do you persist so, Dragonborn? Do you have any idea what you're interfering with? Nothing that should concern you in the first place. Why must you meddle in the affairs of those who shouldn't concern you? Maybe explaining my purpose will sway your persistence. This may come as a surprise to you, but I am not her real father. No, her real father was killed soon after she was born. Mirai and her family have always been a target for assassins. That's why I was hired to protect them. Mirai is a special, special girl, Dragonborn. The last of her bloodline. Her family descended from a great man. I was one of her grandfather's closest guards back then. It was my job and life to protect him and his family. But I could not protect them from themselves. A few days before Mirai was born, her grandfather had become more and more weak-minded. Whether it was from the stress of having to live a life in secrecy, or maybe even a poison from his enemies, I don't know. The ailing old man eventually went completely mad and attacked Mirai's parents. That's when I came to a crossroads. Do I strike him down to preserve Mirai and her family? I found myself unable to act when he murdered her mother, his daughter-in-law, and then finally his son, Mirai's father. When he turned his attention to the days-old Mirai, I had to step in and do what any other man would do despite his duties. There was blood everywhere and echoes of a crying girl. I adopted Mirai that day and raised her as one of my own, vowing to continue my work through her. It was only a couple of years ago I was made aware of another relative of hers, an imprisoned one. He has reached out to me and asked me to return Mirai, and I am simply trying to return her to him. That is all. All he is guilty of is ambition, plain and simple. There were those who feared his power and locked him away. I assume you're referring to the Black Book. That book is bound to the blood of her family, bestowed upon them long ago. Her relative lives in a special place, a place that needs certain conditioning to enter. Reading that book simply prepares her for her descent. Do you understand now, Dragonborn? All your efforts are to keep Mirai away from her true family. No one will miss her here. No one will know she's gone. She belongs with her family. There is no shame if you simply turn around and walk away. I thought you'd never ask. Perhaps if I tell you his name, you will understand. He is a very powerful man, more powerful than even you, Dragonborn. He is someone I cannot defy, someone you may be familiar with. The Devourer of Dragons, the first Dragonborn, Mirak. That won't be necessary. She is currently indisposed. I assure you she will be taken care of. Just leave her to me. You insignificant maggot! You will not have her. She will bring only pain to you and those around her. If you care for her so much, then trade your life for hers. Your soul would work just as well.
That hurts. Careful! You wouldn't want to hurt my pretty face. That hurts.
Control.
You should pick up someone your own size. Bigger.
Wait! Kill him! I need to talk to him! Get me out of these chains!
You should pick up someone your own size. Or bigger, as you would stand more chance. People like to hunt animals. I also love to hunt people. And pretty much anything else that moves.
Why are you doing this, Dad? What is so important that you've forsaken your family?
I don't like to boast, but I'm superior to you in every possible way.
You mean my ungrateful stepdaughter and that meddlesome witch of a wife? You both had the chance to be a part of something Tamriel will never see again. You insist on rejecting it. Tell me, why should I put you two before anything?
This is how you really think, isn't it? Nearly 18 years of my life, and I've never been anything more than disposable to you.
Because that's all you are. Merely a vessel. A shell for that wretched heart of yours.
Is my blood really worth more to you than my life?
Not just your blood, but your soul too. Your very existence is extraordinary, and those assets mustn't be squandered. Mirac must return. Your life is insignificant compared to his. As his servant, I must return you to him.
All this time, that's all I've ever been to you. You can't be saved. All that matters to you is that stupid job. And for what? What do you get out of it? Why is it worth my life? I don't care who I am, or what you want. I'm not going to let you trade my life for his. Why must you be so selfish? Why do you have to hurt us like this? Why do you?
They say no, I pretend to be really upset and they feel bad. What? I have to amuse myself somehow. Okay, but I want to see more of you. Much more.
I don't know. My heart just started beating so fast, and all the heat that's been building up inside of me. I just couldn't take it. Is this it? Is this all you wanted from me? This is worth no one's life. He still has my mom. He loaded her onto the boat already. You have to get her before they sail off. Who knows what those beasts are going to do to her?
Someone there? I was sure I heard something.
Go to the college, Dad said. Use your smarts, says. Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
Yeah? Yes? No, I'm fine. You have to go after Mirai. Zenon has her. He's dead? Oh. Well, he wouldn't quit until the very end, huh? Was this agenda of yours really worth your life, Zenon? I just wanted him to come back home with Mirai and me and forget this ever happened. Well, I guess that was a bit naive, wasn't it? He went to such great lengths, but I have no idea why. The first... What? Then... Zenon was right. She is special. Maybe I was quick to think the worst, but that still doesn't excuse what he did. If that's the case, Mirai should be protected, not exploited. What happened to the man I knew? Zenon and I met when we were very young. I was about Mirai's age.
We fell in love instantly. He was much different then. We were really happy once. A couple of years after we met, I realized I couldn't have children of my own. Zenan was devastated, more so than even me. I think that was the point he really started to change. He became so religious then. It was then when he joined some religious group. It turned him into the man you saw today. Mirai entered our lives shortly after. I realize now that the cult probably murdered Mirai's birth parents. I don't know how I could have been so blind all this time. Mirai will still need protection. There are a lot more like Zenan, and once they find out he's dead, they will send someone else. It's not safe in High Rock for Mirai and me. If Mirai lets me, I think I'll live with her. That way I can help her and you as well if you'd need it. Anyways, we should go speak with Mirai. She must be feeling very confused right now.